How's it going, everybody? Solo Black 313, Rise and Ride coming at you. I hope everybody's doing fine. Now, if this is your first time to my channel, I'm Solo Black, and I make motorcycle and camping related videos. All right, let's get to it. Okay, today's subject will be the pros and cons to owning more than one motorcycle. All right, now, I will tell you, I don't care what the pros and cons of owning more than one motorcycle is, because I will always probably have more than one motorcycle, and I will be a strong advocate for owning more than one motorcycle. That's just what I like. All right. Now, one of the pros to having more than one motorcycle, and you probably heard this before, is if one of your motorcycles break down, and that has happened to me before. Yes, it's always a great thing, man, that if your motorcycle breaks down, man, you are not going to be without one. Now, it's almost safe to say that a person that has more than one motorcycle has another vehicle, a primary vehicle, car, truck, SUV, bus, airplane. You know what I'm trying to say. So, but there's just nothing like once you start riding a motorcycle, there is just nothing like it. Yeah, if you have another car or a truck or a van that you know you won't be without transportation, that's cool. But man, when your motorcycle goes down, it is just devastating. So having more than one motorcycle is always a great thing if you are a true motorcycle enthusiast. Okay? Con: repairs. Oh my goodness. Your repairs on one motorcycle can be pretty big, but now you got ×2. Tires. I'm on my ST1300 today. Tires for this is right around $300. You guys know I have a 2001 Honda Shadow. Tires for that right around $250. So if you buy them at the same time, I'm looking at it with tax almost $700. Now, the only good thing about me doing with tires, as far as what I'm dealing with, is I change my own tires. So I do save, anywhere from, $60 to $100, $150 on changing my own tires. Then you have other maintenance costs, oil changes. Oh my goodness. 2 motorcycles. This ST1300 takes 4 quarts, which is a gallon. My Honda Shadow takes 3.5, I think, so almost 4 gallons. Depending on what type of oil you are regimented to use, wow, gallon of oil could be $48. So ×2, that's $100. Once again, I change my own oil. Filters, you gotta pay for your filters. The crush washers on the drain plug. All right, now pro. Hold on 1 second. All right, pick a side, Grandma. Being able to switch up your bikes. Oh my goodness, that it can be more of a vanity thing than anything else. I like the fact knowing that when I wake up in the morning, when it comes to motorcycles, I can take my Shadow or I can take my ST1300. And it just really depends on what I'm going to do and how I'm feeling that day. Some days, I must admit, when I ride my Shadow, I think I'm a badass. It's a cruiser. It's black and it's got chrome, and it sounds deep and it sounds cruiserly. I tend not to wear safety equipment when I ride my Shadow. It's a cruiser. I'm not gonna sit here like now. I always wear a helmet. Okay, let's put it like this: safety gear, like jackets and riding boots. No, I've been known to be on my cruiser in a pair of Converse and a pair of shorts. Yeah, and a tank top. Okay, yeah, I said it. I ride my bike in a tank top or a t-shirt. We're not going to question if it's a wise thing to do. That's just what I do. And if people tell you your bike doesn't make you feel a certain way, they are lying to you. Like I say, when I'm riding my Honda Shadow, my cruiser, I feel like I'm a badass. I do. I feel like I'm, hey, it's a cruiser. I said it before. It's a cruiser. You just feel like you're cruising. Now, when I ride this ST1300, I got gloves on, I got a hat on, I got armored jacket on, I got my boots on. Why? Because that's where, I just feel more like that's what you wear when you ride a sport bike. And by the ST13 being a sport tourer, when I go on the road, I have my climb jacket on. I'm dressed. I wear motorcycle pants with the armor in it. All my jackets have armor in, my gloves, like I say, my boots. All right. That's one of the pros. It makes you feel like a badass. I don't usually say words like that, but it makes you feel like a badass. And get around this guy. He doesn't know what he wants to do. A con, insurance. You gotta insure 2 bikes. Yeah. My bikes are older. This ST1300 is a 2004, and my Shadow is a 2001. So as of this year, my Shadow is 20 years old, and this ST1300 is 16 years old. So I don't put full coverage on my bikes. I just don't put full coverage on these bikes. I paid $3,600 for this bike almost 2 years ago, and my Honda Shadow, I paid $1,800 for that almost 4 years ago. So if I were to put full coverage insurance on it, I would not get back it just makes no sense, because they're only going to give me probably $1,000 for the Shadow and maybe $1,500 for the ST1300. That's just the truth of it. There's more value in these bikes than the market will pay off. This ST1300, yeah, sentimental. My Honda Shadow, yeah, sentimental. But they're not going to give me what I think is worth: the money, the time, the labor, the mods I've done to it. I just put these mufflers on here on this ST1300. I got them at a discount, but that was still $300. Okay, for me to pay my insurance on both the bikes for 6 months, because I live in Detroit, Michigan, and I only insure them for 6 months, is right around $1,200 for both of the bikes. If I was to have insurance, full cover insurance, it would probably run me about $3,600 a year. For that same, maybe not 36. Here's the thing about it. I'm just trying to quote an estimate on a full coverage of the bikes, and I've never had it, so I'm estimating, that, let's say, $3,000 for both the bikes, $2,000 for both the bikes. Still, I'm not going to get what I lose if something was to happen. So that's the con, is the insurance. Pro, there's just nothing like ownership of 2 bikes. And here's the thing about it. I am always looking for another bike. The next bike I probably will get will be a naked bike. You've heard me say it, and I'm not wishy-washy, but the GSS XS 1000, the Kawasaki 1000. I would like to add the CB 1000R Honda. That's not going to happen because they didn't start making that bike, the one that I want. They've been making them forever, but the model I like is 2018 to now 2021, and a 2018 is still running about Matter of fact, they've gone up in prices because of COVID and the ridiculous price of motorcycles and campers and outdoor equipment. Motorcycles in 2021 have skyrocketed because of the shortage in bikes, and bike manufacturers aren't making it because they see the chips. I saw 2018. I think it had like 10,000 miles on it. They wanted like 10 grand for it. No, that's not gonna happen. So the bike, once again, I buy older bikes. So that one's not realistic for me, and neither is the Indian FTR 1200. Oh my God, I really, really like that bike. Once again, they didn't start making that bike till I think it was 19 is when the first Indian FTR 1200 came out. And I think that bike was right around, if you got the top of the line R, I think it was like, $15,000. It ain't come down that much. I've seen them like, 11, 12. So, yeah, I'll always want another bike. Then you have to deal with if you're in a relationship. Right now, currently, I'm not in a committed relationship with anybody, so the decisions I make as a single man. There are a lot of guys out there that had a hard time with their significant other getting just one bike. Those guys have to look at, do they have mortgage? Do they have children? How much are they going to ride the bike? Me, as you guys know, I ride my bike in the city of Detroit. I ride it 365 days a year. Well, I'm saying that not every day, but I don't put my bikes up in the wintertime. I ride them in the wintertime. This bike, I'm on a ST 1300. I put this from this time last year, September of 20 till now, I put 10,000 miles on this bike, and I got 2 bikes and a truck. And I've probably put 10,000 miles or more on my Honda Shadow, and I still drive my truck. So, for me to go out and buy a third bike, I have no one to answer to other than myself and my finances. Now, I am not stupid or naive. I would never go out and buy another bike just to have it and can't afford it. So when you're talking about having kids, a mortgage, maybe 2 car payments in your home, that's a lot to think about. And you can have all that, but as a bike rider, you're still gonna want another bike. Would your significant other give you a hard time? Now, we're talking about the average Joe. We're not talking about somebody who's, rich or a millionaire, or who makes, to me, if you make $500,000 a year, those types of decisions, you don't have to worry about making. You're not really worried about the insurance and where to store it. And that's another thing, storage. When you own multiple bikes, you have to worry about storage. I just moved. You guys saw my segment on me moving to my sister, and I can't store my motorcycles in her garage. She has a true 1-car garage. So this winter will be the first time since I've had these bikes that I will have to buy a cover. Now, Harbor Freight has Harbor Freight has one, and also Northern Tool has what they call a soft garage, or they call it a temporary garage. They're right around $200. They're 10 by 17. I've been thinking about erecting one of those up on the property that my sister owns to put my motorcycles inside of it. She doesn't know it yet. No, I'm going to have to discuss if she's going to let me put this temporary shed up for the wintertime to put my bikes in. But that's another thing. One of the cons to having multiple motorcycles is, do you have the storage for it? Or like, and here once again, if I can't put up this temporary shed to store my motorcycles over the wintertime, I'm still gonna. It wouldn't stop me from buying a third motorcycle, because I'll just simply get motorcycle covers. Do I like it? Nope. But do I like riding motorcycles? Yes, I like that more. That's not a hardship for me. She doesn't know it yet. That's great. What else is some of the pros and cons to riding a motorcycle? I think those are the real big ones. Those are the real big pros and cons to owning a motorcycle. All right, guys, this is just a short video. It just came across my mind. I was just out riding to talk about owning more than one motorcycle. All right, this is Solo Black 313, Rise and Ride. And like I say, if you're new to my channel and this made sense to you, I'd like you to subscribe and like. And as I always say, if this topic made no sense to you and you didn't like it or you didn't agree, hey, leave a comment. But I also want you guys to leave a comment. Let me know how many of you guys that watch my channel or just started watching my channel own more than one motorcycle and the pros and cons that you're dealing with. And let's talk about it, and maybe we can revisit this subject of the pros and cons to multiple motorcycle ownership. All right, this is Solo Black 313, Rise and Ride. God bless you, and I'll see you guys the next time.